everybody, it's Catherine here and it's Thursday, so welcome to Journal Thursday. So for people that are new joining the channel, welcome. And on Thursdays I try to do more journal things in a journal, making journals, that sort of thing. And I've recently started a new series looking at how we can put different edges on journals or edges on our pages. And this week I'm going to put some fabric edges. So I've got my pages there. Now I'll leave the video down below. A long while ago, it probably is 2020, not long after I first started, I was showing how I make my own fabric pieces by getting an A4 paper, or it'd be US letter size in the States, and I cover it with Bonder web, which you can iron on. I know some people are using the embroidery, dissolvable embroidery paper. That can be a little expensive. Sometimes you can get Bonder web less expensive, and basically you iron the Bonder web onto a piece of calico, iron it on, and then these are all scraps that I save up, all my threads and scraps and things, and you can make new fabric of your own with a bit of interest. So I'll leave that video. There's also another video where I've not that long ago did it to make that technique to make a journal cover. So I've made I thought for the sake of ease I've cut this up. I've not been too particular about this because I knew I was just going to cut it up into strips for the edgings, so I haven't you know, I've just thrown in all the scraps I've got. I've put some chiffon on the top, and I've just used my machine to go around with different stitches in different colours, and I think it gives a good effect. If you're doing it for a cover, you may want to do it a lot more precisely than this, but really it was just I wanted to make these strips to go in the journal. So I think you'll agree that these are something a little bit different. I've let this one sort of organically take its shape because I thought that would actually make a really nice edging to a page, and they're just a little bit different from you know, just doing the normal snippet rolls, although you know it is a variation on that theme. Really, I like making these sorts of things in advance because they're good covers. You can cut them up and use them anywhere in projects, cut little snippets off, all sorts. I have been known to make clutch bags using this, obviously a lot neater than this, but I made when I did a design team project for Susan Taylor Brown, I did with one of her beautiful eco dyed papers with the green leaves and everything on. I actually made a lovely clutch bag for, you know, like you could use for an evening bag, not just put a journal in, but you could use it as an evening bag. So there are many ways that you can utilize this technique, so we'll put those down below. I'm not going to go through it all again today because there's a couple of videos there that will show you, and obviously it'll be a bit not quite as random as this. This is just using any old scraps. Sometimes if you've got a particular theme in mind for your cover, then you do it in certain shades and, you know, certain fabrics under it, but this I've just used scraps. Okay then, so I've sort of marked in this signature where I was thinking of see, that's one there of where I was thinking of putting these edgings. Now on this one I thought this with the this organic really curly whirly edge would look super on the edge of this page, and it goes over, it's not overhanging. Sometimes if you want these overhanging you can do, you can put them right on the edge of your journal, and providing you've got space your cover comes out a bit further, then that gives a lovely effect sticking out of your journal like that. And I think that just gives it something a bit extra. So I'm going to just see where we can put these in here and just show really the effect it's going to give. We'll take that out of there. So thank you for joining me. I do appreciate all your support, and a lot of people that watch have been here from the very beginning, and that's really, David and I really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed already, please do so. If you've enjoyed this, press a like. All activity on the channel is recognised by, and I know, sorry, I'm harping on about this, but you know, we do all this for free, all as YouTubers, and if you don't grow your channel, you've got to grow it a little bit to be able to carry on making videos, really. So this one, I should put a little bit too much glue down there. I didn't want to have glue there. Let me edge it out a little bit more at the top before it sets. It's going to be a right hodgepodge of lovely ideas, this journal is. But sometimes I think, you know, it's nice to have that reference, and you don't just have to put your paper ideas and things down for inspiration. You can do fabricy things. So actually liking that, and you know, as you turn the page there, and it also gives you a bit of a tab to turn that over with. Now I've got another one here that I thought we'd do that sort of effect with. Let's have a look, see whether we want, that would be nice, wouldn't it? It's got that at the bottom. Let's see what it looks like on the back. Yeah, I think that'd work nicely. Yeah, I think that's long enough. So I'm just going to glue half of it so that I've got my blue glue page here. I'm just going to do, let me think now again, too busy talking. That's the side, right. Oh, you know, I have been known to glue the wrong side. It's a common thing. I'm sure everybody's done it at some time. I'm using Fabri-Tac for this because it's very thick. I think art glitter glue would work just as nicely, but I've got the two, and I think that I'm just going to put this glue. Let me just put that there just to make sure I'm not going to get glue everywhere. Let's turn that over and just ease it down a touch. Okay, and what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to put these clips on the edge just while it catches. Just hold on to that for a couple of minutes till it starts sticking, and I think that's going to look really effective. I think when you use the random strips, it's the same as when you do the masterboards. It's really like doing a masterboard that you do, you know, when we put all our snippets of paper and scraps and stuff, and then we're not quite sure what tags or things we're going to get till we cut them up. and you get quite interesting results with them. Well, really, in a way, this is a fabric machine stitch masterboard with chiffon. I do like to put the chiffon top because you do get a bit of a glisten, and again you can just put all scraps of chiffon type silky see-through material. See-through, transparent, couldn't think of the word. Couldn't think of the word then, but I mean, yeah, transparent. Let me just wipe my glue off. It's playing up. Okay, so let's just leave that. Have I got another one on here that I thought? Got another clip in here for a big side edging. No, I don't think so. So it must be, we'll leave that a minute then. Have I got anything? Yeah, put one in here that I thought would be nice. And again, we did some of that last week. That's one from Nola, something that Nola's done and she sent me. So I've put that on there because I like that. Right, we'll have a go on here. Now this time I don't necessarily want it to go over the edge because we've got this piece here which has got a lot of detail in it. So I'm just trying to look for a piece that I think the colours will go. I like that. That's got some blues by the look of it up there. And let me just cut. It's just got some stray. I nearly said stray feathers. We've got some stray threads. There. The weather's awful, by the way. Here it's just like winter today. Never mind autumn. It's very wet and windy and cold. I put the heating on. I'll just put my Fabri-Tac on there. And just going to, again, just put that in there a minute. I'm just going to put that into place and again put some clips on. I'm just going to put some pressure on there, and you can see that I purposely, where I've done these signatures on here, I've done them so we have got some nice layering up to show off the edgings that we've been doing in this play. It's really exciting to just not care what you're doing. You've got loads of scraps down and you just sew with your machine, and it doesn't matter if you've only got one or two. Even the basic machines tend to have one or two or three different stitching, and just mess about with the sizing of it, which gives you different variations. Because even if even with running stitch or zigzag, you can alter the size of the stitch or the width of the stitch, and it will give you different looks, which will give a more interesting look on the edge for these ideas. Okay, now then, this should be dry on here, so I'll just take them off. Try not to get your glue page glued on. How's that? Oh dear, that's it. That's it. I've got it all sticking to everything. That's not good, is it? Okay, let's see if there's another place in here. Obviously I need to cover that up with something interesting. I'm thinking about what I'm going to put in there so you can have a peekaboo through that window. So let's see where we could put some of this edging. and you don't have to use the full. Let's I know we could do this. Let's take this for example. You can use it as tabs, you see. I don't think it needs one there. Your fave birds. If you wanted then with this, for that's quite plain, you could just have a little edge showing there that goes in with that if you wanted. This is I've already started going down there. So that, I want something with pink in for there, I think. So yes, I'm just going to snip that to size, and I'm going to have that just going over the edge. Very slightly going over the edge. So yeah, let's bit of fabric tack on there. Let go of the air. The trick with this is let go of the air before you then turn it the right way up, and you can see the air bubble going up, and generally it stops it coming out in a big bubble at the top. And I think a little bit of that would look nice out the bottom, so let me just put that in there. Put my clips on. Now if you wanted, you could always then put a strip of that on the other side, or you could do a full strip. Let's have a look what you could do that. So you have got a few choices once you start using these, and I'm seeing if that edging would look nice on there. And we've got a little bit of a peekaboo. Yeah, I think it will. So I'm going to do that. Tried to avoid putting glue on the best I can on the frilly bit. I've been using these old pages, and then I sort of use them as fillings inside some tags I've been making. So we just want a little bit of a peekaboo. Put that on there. Whoops! And catapulting my clips across the room. So obviously that's quite a plain page at the moment, but it's made a start to giving that some nice edging. So alternate which sides that you do, and then on there, look, it's we've just got that nice little edge of mixed paper and fabric and scrappy bits, which I love. I love it when we have a few. It's sort of organic, isn't it? It's where the bits of fabric decide they want to be, and that's going to look nice on there, I think. Okay, we'll just leave that to dry and then see if there's anywhere we can put in this one. This is a smaller signature really, but do we want a bit on there? You can see I've just been playing around with different ideas. Now actually I love this edging of the paper there, but it's a little bit plain. Now that piece is a bit thick, but what I want to do, excuse me, I'm going to get my fabric scissors, is that we can cut the pieces long ways. So we've got narrow. Now don't worry about bits and pieces coming out, because that's all sort of part of it. I know you're cutting through stitches and they might come undone a bit and that sort of thing, but that's part of its, you know, you can see the middle bits in there. That's part of its charm in lots of ways. You know, you can tuft a bit out if you want, make it a bit, apart from all stuffing coming out. But you can, you know, give it a bit of a rough up, and it just gives you something to look at instead of just a plain edging. Okay, so I think we will do it that way and leave this down here, and I think then this isn't too thick a piece. So yes, I'm going to put that there, like that there. I am going to put that under there. Get organised first, Catherine, that's the thing. Okay, we'll get organised. We don't need to leave a gap for the glue at the edges because we've not got it peeking out on this one. Okay, turn that over, and we're going to pull it over, just stick that down. I'm just going to, just where it's a bit thick, a bit careful because this is delicate at this side. I'll take one of these clips off. Just hold that down a minute. Fabri-Tac's slightly slower than the art glitter glue. Just takes, you know, a couple of minutes to grab, and then it'll be all right. So you're all doing well. It's starting to get to that cold weather where really we're enjoying being inside crafting. I think you always feel a bit guilty, don't you? You know, when it's warmer weather and you know you've got gardening to do, etc. You know, there's things outside that you could be getting on with and enjoying the sunshine and everything. But once we start getting towards autumn, fall, it's craft time, isn't it? Right, I like that there. Let's have a look, see if there's anywhere else we'd like to put a bit of something on. Don't like what's happening here. That would be quite nice. Now we've got a really flat bit that, you know, you don't have to have it on the edge, and it's quite flat, so it's not making a mess of your page really. So I think we'll put that on there. And I like to put, you see, despite doing your glue, it still sometimes is a bit naughty, this Fabri-Tac. I know, and I like to put, if I've made something like this, I like to put a bit of something in each signature that I'm going to have in a particular journal, because it ties it in. You know, if you've got the same colourway, similar patterns, that sort of thing, it ties it in nicely, so it makes the journal got have a more cohesive feel. Doesn't have to be matchy, but I just feel that it gives it some continuity. I'm going to turn it that way because I like it that way. And there's one thing with Fabri-Tac, you've got a little while longer for repositioning. Art glitter glue, more or less, you don't have very long to readjust anything, because paper to paper sticks beautifully. And it'd stick this all right, I think, but I just feel because it's a bit of a thicker fabric, made up fabric. And I think that looks gorgeous there. It really, it's not an edging, but it really just goes nicely with that page, I think. So I think we could have one here. Let's have a look what we've got. Also have a look what you've got on the back to see how that's going to work. Now I've got quite a bit of this. This was some strands of some curly whirly wool, and I think it looks fabulous underneath that that chiffon. That's a bit of a wonky edge. Just to give it a bit of a rough up. I ended up covered in threads everywhere. Even dog were covered. Even Nelson were covered in threads yesterday. Was it day before? He comes and lies under here and it all falls on him. Right, that's a bit of a roughed edge, I think, there. We'll put that on. Right, let's put that under there first. So I squeeze the Fabri-Tac first, then invert it. Wait until it starts running down your nozzle, and then you can control it better. Says she, hopefully. Right, don't forget we're leaving a bit of a gap on the edge so that it's we've got a little overhang. Release your squeeze on the bottle. Release your squeeze. Turn it the right way up. You can see the air. There we go, it's gone right back up to there, and that's fine. Just like that sticky end. Easiest way I've found anyway. Everybody's probably got their own way, but I used to, before I started doing that, oh, it used to come out in torrents. I used to waste more than I used, and it's not the cheapest of glue, is it? It's quite expensive. Right, so let's just move that slightly so we've got a little bit of a roughy tufty edge there on this side. There we go. Just put my clips in till it takes hold. And now we haven't got that many pieces left out of that, so I can find 2 more places, or if I feel I've got enough in, they're going to be great. And in fact, because that is that coloration, I've got 2 pieces like that would go nice with something that's got orangey colours, and then these others are more of a yellowy pinky purple, and then that little snippet there which I can use as a tab or whatever. In fact, I might use that. I'm going to use that there, you know. That's it, do it that way around with that bit of... that's it. So we'll just press that down. Okay then, so let's have a look what we've done, where we've put them, and I think that'll be a video for today. So this signature starting to come along now, isn't it? That all the edgings we're putting in starting to have an effect. Let's put them over there, they're in the way. Okay, so this one here, that's it. And I like that, that's just nice. It's got this bit of a interest as you look at the two pages together. Not everybody's cup of tea. I bet some people might think, well, that looks a hot mess. Well, that's okay, because I, you know, it's a bit my style, this hot mess malarkey. I don't do straight. Right. This, I think this bit's my favourite today, I think, because we've got that down there. I stuck that up, that's got a little pocket in there now, which I think's cute. And just looking at these three edgings, I think look super. So that's the wide strip we put on, and that's fabulous. And then in this one, I mean, this is more of a junky junk looking one where I've tried all sorts of different things in it, all sorts of different edgings. In actual fact, I've enjoyed doing these corner edgings. So let's get to where we are. We've got this lovely stepped thing here, that edge in there. So, and then on here we've got this to finish this page off with like a collage of different things, and we've got some scrappy doos on the edge, which I love. And on this side we've put a full piece on as well, so that, you know, you've got all those edgings down. And that's that one. And then in here, we can take these off now. In this one, as we turn the page over there, that we've got this lovely effect with this ending of this paper, which is a bit scrappy, and you can see the edge where we've roughed it up a bit, up a bit, can't talk. And that looks lovely on there, I think. And then here, this is how it looks when you first turn the page over. So again, we've got this lovely stepped effect. We've got an edging there that goes in with the colours of pinks and purples. And there we have just scrap that we've got left as we've used as a tab edging. So hope that's been useful. I hope it's given you a bit of food for thought. We will put the two videos down below how I make these fabrics. I mean, the original one I think was before Christmas last year, but take a look at that if you haven't seen that before, or if you have and you just want a bit of a refresher, then they're there for you to have a look at. And it's surprising you can use this this fabric from these techniques in all sorts of ways in your projects and your craft work. So thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as I mentioned earlier, really helps. And much love. See you next video. Bye for now. you.